Hey everyone, good morning. I have a few minutes before I have to go to a doctor's appointment and then be at work, and my kids just got on the bus. So I received my Boxy Charm last night, and I wanted to hop on and show what's in here and then do my makeup for the day. So I'll kind of go through what my routine looks like every day, including whatever items are in this box. So yeah, let's just get started. So Boxy Charm they changed it. It is a $25 a month subscription box, which is makeup and beauty items. And every month I am pleased with this box and its contents. For that $25, you get a value of over $125, and you typically get 5 full-size items. The appeal for this to me is that these are full-size items, and a lot of times are items I would not buy just because of the price points. I'm really super frugal, and I have a hard time spending a lot of money on my face products. So let's get started. I already cut this so I could just get into it. And this is what it looks like when you open it. The first thing is the Boxy Charm pamphlet, which gives you all the information of the products that are in it. And then this month on the back, it talks about the new bigger Boxy Charm box. It's Boxy Charm 2.0, and not only is it a $125 value for $25 a month, but you are also able to customize based on your skin tone for foundations and concealers, which is awesome because that's the one thing that things like Boxy Charm and Ipsy do not have that I wish they did. Right now I am using Unique Mineral Touch, which I really like. But like I said, I hate spending $20, $30 on a face product. And this is not necessarily inexpensive. So, you also each month will be able to pick one item. They'll give you an option of this or that, and then you pick which one you would prefer. You can also have it a total surprise. And then every month they also offer, sorry, my nose itches, offer add-ons from $3 to $18 depending on the original price point. I know for my next month's box, I did an add-on for an under eye serum because I have really dark circles in bags because, you know, I'm 35 and have 4 kids. So, yeah, so that's what's in the pamphlet. So let's get started. So the first item is Tarteist Pro Glow Liquid Highlighter. So yeah, I hate highlighters. I don't like my face being shiny. I don't like drawing attention with sparkly stuff. I feel like this is a very 25 and under type thing, but that's okay. We will use it today. This is called Stunner, and this is what it looks like. Let's see if I can. Okay, and it is a nice color, so we'll see how that turns out. This is Iconic London, and it is a lip plumping gloss. Now, typically don't use lip gloss either, and that's just because I do not like the feel and texture of a lip gloss, and I don't like the longevity of it. I really prefer like a liquid lipstick that stays on for hours and hours and hours, and I don't have to worry about retouching it, you know, after I have a sip of coffee. But this is a really pretty color, so I do like the color. I like the idea that it's plumping. We'll see how it looks and feels. A beauty blender. So this is by Illuminati, and it's a cosmetic sponge, so it's not the actual beauty blender, and this is quite a bit smaller than any of the other like actual name brand beauty blenders that I have gotten. But it has a nice feel to it. It doesn't seem as squishy as the others. It feels real sturdy. I don't know why I smelled that, but yeah, so it feels nice and soft. And so with a beauty blender, I will have to wet this. So I will have to step away. But yeah, so a beauty blender, that's cool. All right. Glassy. This is Pretty Fitter Glassy Skin Balm, which I've never heard of. This is a Touch and Soul. That's the brand, and it's an ultra hydrating priming skin balm with a sensationally smooth texture that melts into your skin and creates an ultimate glow that lasts throughout the day. How to use: at the last step of skincare routine, apply evenly to the face as needed to achieve a dewy, glowy skin. Applying 2 or 3 times allows for even longer lasting wear. So this is what this is. And I think this was my choice item, and this isn't something I would have necessarily normally picked, but the other option wasn't something I was interested in. So this is what it looks like. It's nice and thick. It smells nice. I'm not quite sure what the smell is, but it's not like a obnoxious smell. It smells nice and clean. So we will try that out. I've already put lotion and primer on my face, so we'll just add that right on top. And then last came in this little packaging here, and this is Marvelous Mauves by Dose of Color. And I really love like the purpley and mauves and the like real warm colors in eyeshadow palettes. So this is probably something that I will like. This is what this looks like. And it tells you the colors on the back. And then also in the packaging, it also gives you the shades. There's Wine Stained, Spaced Out, Wishy Washy, Rosy, and Fluffy. And it comes with a nice protective cover. It has a mirror. And this is what it looks like. This also comes with a brush, and typically when you get like eyeshadow brushes in your eyeshadow, it's like those sponges that are just garbage. It's really soft. But to be honest, I just don't know if I use a nice wide like blender brush typically to apply. But the fact that it actually has a brush is nice for on the go. So that's what those colors are. Those are pretty. So we're going to use all of that today. And I'm going to do my base face with my foundation and stuff as well. Okay, so I'm going to wet this real quick. So all you have to do is wet and squeeze. So I don't know if you remember how small it was, but look how big it got. So you kind of let it soak in, get it nice and wet, and then squeeze all of the water out, and then it still is nice and squishy. So, all right, so we will do that after we do. Oh, wait, let's find out how much all this stuff is. All right, Dose of Color eyeshadow palette. So this here, $32. This is all matte eyeshadow. There's a mixture of shades. It can add boldness and vibrance to your eye look. So $32. We'll see how it applies. I have a really hard time paying $32 for 5 shades, if I'm just totally honest. So hopefully it's just a really nice formula and it stays on, and we'll see. Touch and Soul Glassy Skin Balm is $32 as well. So like I said, this is not something I would ever have purchased on my own. So we'll try it out and see how that is. The Lip Plumping Lip Gloss, $26. So I would never pay $26 for a lip gloss, if I'm totally 100% honest. But I don't know if I've ever tried any Iconic London products. It doesn't necessarily smell very nice. So we'll see what it's like on the lips. But I really do like this color, so I'm not going to complain. The Pro Glow Liquid Highlighter is $29. So for a product that I don't like to begin with, highlighters in general, this seems really high. But it has ultra concentrated pigments and pearls that are suspended in a hybrid gel cream oil-free formula. You can mix it with your liquid foundation or wear alone for a naturally lit luminosity. It has rose water and slips softly onto skin and keeps moisture in with tapered squeezable packaging to put the highlight exactly where you want it. So, okay. And last, the cosmetic sponge is $21. I don't know how I feel about that. So I like to have a really good, nice sponge or brush. It may be high, but we'll see. If I like it better than the Beauty Blender one, then I mean, no complaints. So the total value of this box, 64, 70, 80, 90, 100, 119, 129, 39. So this box, my box, is $140 retail value. I really think that maybe some of those items are a little overpriced, and I find that sometimes consistently that is what I find in subscription boxes. But I also feel like these are items that maybe are not necessarily purchased a lot, or are new to the beauty realm, for either the brand or the product in general. So then they feature them to kind of get people interested in them, because some of them seem a little overpriced for me. But that's okay. We are going to start with the Glassy Touch and Soul. I'm going to take these off and I have a little mirror over here. So we're going to get that onto. My daughter has put fingerprints all over it, so you know that's nice. All right, so it literally is so dirty that I probably would do a better job in my phone, but okay. So this had a nice little protector here, and like I said, it smells real nice, and it seems to go on nicely. I don't like to load product on my face. I try to keep things pretty simple, I guess. It's gonna seem like I'm using a lot of products today, but on average, I probably wouldn't use all of the things that I use today. I'll tell you all the things that I use every single day, though. All right, so it's really nice and creamy. It does feel nice going on the skin. It has a nice clean smell to it. It doesn't seem oily or greasy. So like, yeah, it feels nice. It smells nice. This is something that if it's really gonna make my skin illuminate, I'll use. So, okay. So that goes on first, and then I have to do my base face. I start with my foundation, and I am using the Unique Mineral Touch in the color Taffeta. I have a light skin tone, so that works really well for me. And when you use any type of liquid foundation, you want to make sure you shake it. And then if it's a dropper like this, you want to squeeze out the dropper to make sure that you don't have any settled foundation inside. And then what I typically do is I just put a drop on each side of my cheek, on the top, a little bit on my nose, and on my chin. And these are pretty small drops. I didn't squeeze very hard. It might look like a lot, but it's not. And then you take the Beauty Blender and then you dab. You don't rub, you dab. So I'm going to do that right over here. And I first start and do an all over dab so I can spread out my foundation and make sure that I have, one, enough, and two, that it doesn't stay in one area too long. So I start to just dab it. And so this is what we have so far. And then I go through and I just continue to blend. So as far as this beauty blender itself, this sponge is really soft. I like it. I also feel like it blends really well. And if you take a look, there is not a super ton of product in the sponge, which is really important to me. I don't spend $35 on a foundation for it to end up in a brush or a sponge. I want it on my face. So, all right. So although this covers pretty well, like I have this monstrosity up here, so we're going to, and of course my dark circles, I'm also going to use the Mineral Touch Concealer by Unique. I have mixed emotions about this. It works okay. It's okay. It's not something that I would likely buy again. But I have it and I'm going to use it. I don't I don't hate it. It's not like it's my least favorite product I've ever used, but it does not cover like I would hope. So I just put this on and I kind of dab it in the areas. And you want, when you do your concealer, you want to go down in like a triangle. And kind of up into the corner of your eye a little bit, because when you blend it in, you don't want just a swipe of, like, you can see the difference in the tone. This is a much lighter color than my foundation, and there's a point behind that. The reason you have a lighter concealer is because you want to brighten these areas. You don't want them to like be darker or highlight the big bags and dark circles. So, all right, so I put that on, and then I'm going to use the same blender and do the same thing and just dab, dab, dab until it is nice and blended in all the way down in a V or upside down triangle, however you want to think of it, and just get it nice and blended in all the way. And then this big. So that is, I mean, it's better. It's not going to cover today. The bottom line is this is something that I've had for a day or so, and it's just in its stages of needing to be gone. But okay, so base face for the most part, foundation and concealer done. Really do like this, so I'm pleased with this product. Next is I always contour, and typically I use the Tarteist Pro Glow, and this is what it looks like on the inside. And I only use the 2 bottom shades. So really, I think this was like a $35 or $45 item. I would never spend that much money on just something for 2 colors, but I do really like these 2. They match really well with my skin tone. This side is a cream, this side is a powder. I'm going to use the cream today. So what I do is I just kind of put my finger in it just a little bit here, and then I make a fish face, and I go right under my cheekbone on each side, up on the side here of my hairline, a little bit up here, and then underneath on each side here, and then a little bit on my nose. And what that does is it gives definition to your face so you don't look as flat. It's not a necessary step, but it's just what I do. So I'm going to bring this over here so it's easier to see. Okay. And I do not use a lot. I just want a little definition. I don't want, like, it doesn't need to be a lot for me. But it needs to be even, and this is not even. So And then up here, I'll just do a couple dots so I can blend it over here. And when you do underneath, you don't want it to be up on your cheek because that will kind of shorten your face. So after I put that on, it looks kind of silly, right? I use this flat, this is a flat contour. And then I just literally, you blend it in until you are happy with the blend. And so I don't want to blend it totally out, but like, I don't know, can you see like how that puts just some little definition on that side of the face? And then same thing over here, blend, blend, blend. So not only does it give definition, but I feel like it gives just a little bit of dimension and color. I don't typically use a bronzer. So that is what the contoured face looks like. That's all I use out here. And then blush. I use this Beauty Counter blush. Beauty Counter is a product line that is really great. It really is. It does not have any ingredients that shouldn't be in our face care and healthcare products. They have a whole listing of things that they won't put in because it can potentially cause harm later on. I get all of my kids' body washes and hair care products through them. My best friend sells it, and that's how I was introduced to it. But this is probably one of my favorite items that they offer. It goes on really nice. It stays on all day. It's a nice color. This is a dual color, and I typically mix them. And then I just use my blush brush. And just put a little bit there. And so that's my base face. I do that every single day. And then we're going to have to put some of this highlighter on because, yeah. So the highlighter, I am going to be very cautious with because, like I said, I do not like a shiny face. But let's see, it's just supposed to brighten up, which it is doing. So I'm not upset about that. And I am not, let's see. So yeah, I mean, if you do this very lightly, I don't mind it. This is a pretty color. It does give a little bit of glow and shine. It's not too sparkly. I hate when like it's really glitz and glam sparkly. So for a highlighter, I like this one. It has a nice tone to it. It goes on nice and smooth. It's not sticky. It doesn't have a weird smell. So yeah, that's a decent one. Like I said, I wouldn't spend $29 for it, but for just a highlighter, but it is nice. I like it. All right, so I think we're moving on to the eyeshadow, and my brush is not clean, so we're just gonna have to do our best with not blending those colors in. All right, and I am going to start with this middle color to blend, to kind of do an, ooh, look how powdery that is. So I didn't really touch it too hard, but that was really powdery, which also means that I'm going to have a lot of color on this brush, which I do, so... as far as the color, really pretty. I like it. I don't know, with it being so powdery, it does not apply to the specific area that I wanted. So that is a little frustrating. The reason I used my finger was to kind of get some of the color off of my nose. I'm going to take some of the powder that's already there. It is a very pretty color though. It seems nicely pigmented. It goes on pretty smoothly. This is just my blender color that, all right, so that's what that is. I'm then going to use the brownish color, the wine color, and so I like the colors, but I don't like how powdery it is. It's going to make a huge mess on everything. So, but I'm going to use this darker color in this corner here and then blend it through. But like I said, how powdery it is, it doesn't go where I want it to. Maybe that's why they included such a small brush. But that's typically not how I do it. We're going to go ahead. The biggest problem I have with eyeshadow is not being able to get my eyes to match. It's really frustrating. I think my eyes are differently shaped as well. So it just makes it a little difficult sometimes, but I think we are pretty close here. And then I'm going to take the lighter color. So I'm going to use this so I don't blend the darker color. So I'm going to take this light purple here, this one. So I use this one, and this one today. And then that one's just going to go on my lid and just kind of brighten it up a little bit. As far as the brush, it's nice and soft. It seems to put the product on pretty well. I'm also going to take the lightest color and put it in the corner with this over here. And that's just to keep the corner of my eye nice and bright. Okay. And then I like to just take and do a nice swoop and blend it all in. All right, so that's what the eyes are going to look like today. And where is it? I'm going to use the unique Moodstruck Precision Pencil in black. And I'm just going to do my top lid. I don't like putting black eyeliner on my bottom lid. It makes my eyes look really small when I do that. And I think that's just the shape of my eye. I remember watching this video that it was this woman that was kind of mocking how we did makeup in the early 90s, and that you like stretch your eye to be able to put the eyeliner on. I do that, so it made me laugh. All right, so that's what my eyeliner will look like today, nice and simple. And then I am using the Better Than Sex mascara, which I really like. I have like 17 mascaras, and I use a different one every day. I probably should have just waited to open them all, but I got, for like 4 months straight, in both my Ipsy bag and my Boxy Charm, I got a mascara. So that was 2 mascaras a month. I gifted one to my mom. Oh no, I had like 3 unique mascaras as well, and so I gave one of those to her. But so I've got a bunch of mascara. I also, for my shaped eyes, typically do not put mascara on my bottom lashes. So that is what that looks like. Okay, and then last is this lip plumping lip gloss. So let's see what that looks like. Like I said, this didn't smell very nice, so I'll be interested to see what it's like on the lips. So it didn't taste very good either. It feels pretty sticky. Putting it on, now that it is on, I can feel like, it almost feels like peppermint or something. It's not tingly yet, but I can feel something happening on my tongue, and on my lips. So that's what that looks like. Really like the color. I think it is a nice match for this box. So my overall opinion on this box, it's not my favorite. It has 1, 2, 3 items or so that I would probably never use if I didn't get it in a box. But now that it's on my face and I feel it, like it's a nice, it's full of nice products. $140 value for $25. So I really can't complain, and I never do complain about the value of this box. But look at the different, like, it's not going to fit back in here. But yeah, so overall, still happy with my box. I'm happy with my look today. All right, last up, I always use a spray, setting spray, because I am on the move all day. So I want to make sure my face stays in place. This is the Unique setting spray. I prefer a spray to a powder, but you just close your eyes and do a quick spray. And that should be in place for the rest of the day. So I hope you guys enjoyed my video. If you have any questions, please let me know. Yeah, it was nice seeing you.